Welcome, and thanks for joining us for the good news of Tuesday, July 28. The passage that I've selected was read in our service 2 weeks ago. It is taken from the 28th chapter of Genesis, where, in his sleep, Jacob found a ladder to heaven, with angels ascending and descending. Jacob left Beersheba and went toward Haran. He came to a certain place and stayed there for the night, because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of the place, he put it under his head and lay down in that place. And he dreamed that there was a ladder set up on the earth, the top of it reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. And the Lord stood beside him and said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your offspring, and your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And all the families of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. Know that I am with you, and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Then Jacob woke from his sleep and said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. And he was afraid and said, How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Jacob took a simple stone from the ground and used it as a pillow. His dream led him to a new understanding of the presence of God. His realization that the Lord was present in this simple, nondescript place was a revelation to him. I wonder if it might be a revelation for us as well. For almost 5 months now, we have tended to lament the fact that we could not worship God in His holy temple, our beloved church buildings. We need to remember that we don't just find God in our churches on Sunday morning, but everywhere around us. How many times have you wandered around town and marveled at God's handiwork? As we think about all the places where we have felt God's presence, we too might be reminded to say, How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, or the gate of heaven. Pause for a moment and think of all the places where you have felt God's presence, perhaps while viewing a sunset over Lake Huron, perhaps while marveling at a scene such as the one I encountered around Fairy Lake, where the perfect image of the trees and the clouds was reflected flawlessly in the still water. Perhaps it was while you were canoeing or hiking. Maybe you found God's presence in a simple bloom of a flower. Perhaps you heard God in the gestures or kindness shown to you by a friend or a stranger, one or more of those people who share your earthly journey. When you pause to look around and put your laments aside, you can find God everywhere. The Lord is clearly revealing Himself to us in so many simple places. He is saying, Look, here I am. I am with you always. God is not just restricted to our church buildings. If we allow ourselves to think of God's presence and seek Him out, we will not be surprised to discover Him everywhere around us. God is not elusive. He is not hiding from us. If we open our hearts and minds to God, we will find Him at every turn in our journey through life. Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. Look for God today. You will not be disappointed.